भगवान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामृगगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशम् रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि। श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम। श्री राम राम भरता ग्रज राम राम। श्री राम राम रन कर कश राम राम। श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम। वंशी विभूषित करान नवनीरदाभात् पीतांबरादर दरुण बिंब फलधरोष्ठा पूर्णेन्दु सुंदर मुखारविंद्र नेत्र कृष्णात् पदं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो। संकट मोचन हनुमान अष्टक। May भगवान हनुमान जी grant blessings to all of you in abundance. बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो तब तीन लोक भयो अंधियारो। ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह संकट काहू सो जात न तारो। देवन आनी करी बिनती तब चार दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाली की त्रास कपीस बसे गिरि जात महा प्रभु पंत निहारो। चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो। कै द्विज रूप लीवाए महाप्रभु, सो तुम दास को शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। अंगद के संग लैन गए सिय, खोज कपीश बन उचारो। जीवत न बची हो हम सो, जो बिना सुधि लाए हिहा पग धारो। तेरी थके तत् सिंधु सभे, तब लाए सिया सुधि प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। रावण त्रास दई सिय को, सब राक्षस सो कही शोक निवारो। ताही समय हनुमान महाप्रभु, जाए महारज नीचर मारो। चाहत सिया अशोक सो आगे, सौधे प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाण लाग्यो लक्ष्मण के, तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो। लय गृह वैद्य सुषेण समेत, तबे गिरि द्रोण सो वीर उपारो। आनि सजीवन हाथ दई, तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। रावण युद्ध अजान कियो, तब नाग की पास सब सिर दारो। श्री रघुनाथ समेत सबे, कल मोह भयो यह संकट भारो। आनी खगेश तबे हनुमान, जो बंधन काशी सो त्रास निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बंधु समेत जब यही रावण, लय रघुनाथ पाताल सिधारो। देव ही पूजी बलि विधि सो, बलि देहु सब मिली मंत्र विचारो। जाए सहाय भयो तब ही, अहि रावण सैन्य समेत संहारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। ये बर देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु देख विचारो कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है तारो बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कछु संकट होए हमारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो ओ नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो ओ नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो लाल देह लाली लसे अरुधर लाल लंगुर वज्र देह दानो दलं जय 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 कपिसूर पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बोले बजरंगबली भगवान की जय। Now I want to welcome all of you this evening on this very beautiful Sunday evening here, and hope Hanumanji Bhagwan's blessings are with all of you. Hope you're doing good, or well, or fantastic, or however you want to describe your day so far. This is we're still in the month of Pitripaksh, in the period of Pitripaksh, where we are honoring those beloved ones. And this evening, as we pray for strength from Hanumanji Maharaj to all of you, to help you elevate yourselves and help you pray in the name of your blessed ones. We'll sing the prayer to Bhagwan Sri Ram, because remember, what fuels Hanumanji's life? The name of Ram. The name of Ram. When he was climbing the mountain to go to Lanka, he was lovingly chanting the name of Prabhu Ram. As we're doing any work in life, don't make it too laborious. Well, it becomes tiring and it becomes boring and it becomes too much when we don't have the Lord's name with us. Therefore, pray and ask Bhagwan's blessings on all of you, your friends and family, so that you will always elevate in life. To our Auntie Sheila, of course, who the family is sponsored this evening, I want to ask Bhagwan Hanumanji's blessings on her as she takes on a very important activity tomorrow in her life. It is my prayer and hope that Bhagwan Hanumanji bless you and guide you and let everything be successful in tomorrow. Today we will dedicate the program to you, the Chalisa to you, of course. But please know that our prayers are always there. You've always been with us here in spirit, virtually at the temple, although you are so far away. But please remember, the Lord's prayers are heard from miles away. What is I always say? Faster than sound is lightning. Faster than lightning is the prayer of the Lord. So although you're distant away, your prayers are always heard by Hanumanji Maharaj. Let us sing and pray to Bhagwan Ram and seek his blessings on you and your family and to all of you who are listening today. We have a nice little katha today. We will keep the program very tight. And we will talk a little bit about Pitripaksh today, how Bhagwan Ram and Sita Ma did Pitripaksh, Pinda Puja, and what happened. So stay tuned. Please share this program. If you think you like what you're hearing or you like what you will hear, please share it, because it's important we all educate ourselves with this beautiful dharma of ours. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ramchandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhai Darunam Nav Kanj Lochan Kanj Mukh Kar Kanj Pad Kanjaranam Shri पीत मानहु तरित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंशनि कंचनम रघुनंदयानंद खंद कौशल छंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानु भुज सर चाप धर संग्राम जित कर दूषणम श्री राम श्री राम इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजना मम हृदय निवास गुरु कामादि हलदल गंजनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम इति वद श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कंज पद कंजारुणम श्री राम 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 बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Om. Now we dedicate our first Hanumanji Chalisa this evening to Mataji Sheila Raghuvan, or as I read the greeting. This satsang today this evening is dedicated to Mataji Hemoti Raghuvan. May the prayers of Panditji give thanks and gratitude to Hanumanji Maharaj for always being the strength in my life. May he continue to guide me with his divine blessings as I encounter new challenges and problems. Well, today our prayer is dedicated to Mataji. I know her very well. She's a profound supporter of ours, but they're prayerful people. They're, you know, the other day I was talking about, what was I talking about? How people come together. And we're talking about one of the things that is very popular today that people are talking about is arranged marriages, whether it is good or bad for you. I want you to know that whether somebody bring you together, whether somebody introduce you, or whether somebody did not introduce you, the fact that you meet somebody means it was arranged by something. It was arranged at a party, it was arranged at a wedding, it was arranged by people. We are arranged to meet by the Creator in so many ways. It doesn't have to be any formality. But when you meet somebody in the name of Bhagwan at a satsang, or in satsang, or in puja, or virtually, whatever it is, it becomes a long-lasting, meaningful relationship. I'm not saying that other relationships are not meaningful. I'm saying that which is blessed by Bhagwan, they are meaningful relationships. And to all those who we have met over the years, virtually, that I've never seen, Bhagwan's blessings to you. Because we know that company these days, or being in company with someone that help you elevate and help you learn more, and whether it is for a little bit even help to take away certain challenges of your life, it's a good thing. Our prayer this evening is for Mataji and Sheila to embrace Bhagwan always. Very prayerful, very kind, very simple people. Embrace Bhagwan always. And we know that Hanumanji will guide you and protect you always, because you have always been kind, gentle, and supportive in His name in so many ways. Those who give someone an umbrella, someone will shade you one day when you're in the rain. And so that brings my discussion this evening on shradh. What is it that we can talk about today? I'm preparing all of you for our discussion happening on Friday. So Friday coming up, we have the Garud Puran starting. And the Garud Puran, of course, talks in great detail about the death ceremonies and what happens. Before I start, Bhumika will lead into a bhajan, and then I will start my katha this evening. Please again, thank you for joining. Share the broadcast with everyone so that they can be part of the satsang. And you can click the share button and share with others as well. Bhumika?
मुझे अपनी शरण में ले दो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले दो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले दो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले दो राम। गोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, गोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, जगत चरण में ले दो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले दो राम। जीवन देखे जाल बिछाया, रच के माया नाच
बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. When we spoke yesterday, I explained to you a little bit about, the question was asked, as a matter of fact, that what does a dying man do? What, if you know a dying person, what should they do? And I'll refresh your memory. I asked this question. Remember yesterday I quoted you the Bhagavatam, when Raja Parikshit knew that he was going to die in 7 days. He asked Shukdev Mahamuni, what should a dying man do? Shukdev Mahamuni, the great sage, told him exactly. A dying person should chant, they should pray, they should think about God, they should do all good things. But the question is then, number 2 is, how do you know who's a dying man? How do you know who's a dying person? The answer is, all of us are dying. Every single day, we are slowly dying. From the time a baby is born, and the prana, you're taking the breath, every breath we take is a breath closer to our death. So every day we are dying. This birth, in the previous birth, you had the opportunity, we all had the opportunity to eat whatever we want when we were animals, and live whenever we want as animals, and grow up how we want as animals. But this birth that we have, we don't have that luxury. This birth that we have, there is one purpose of this birth. Pare bhagya manushatana pava, sur durlabh sab grantha hi gava, sadhan dham moksha karatwara, pai na jai par lok savara. This vehicle, one purpose it serves, and that is to attain mukti, to attain freedom. I know some of you were not on yesterday, so I'll revise what I talked about before I do today's katha. What did we say yesterday? Although this body is made for the purpose of only attaining mukti, freedom, because we have gone to heaven so many times and we're still back here again. No? How many times have you gone to heaven? How many times have I gone not to heaven already? How many births have we taken? 8,400,000 births, and we're still back here on earth. So the heaven thing did not work out too well, right? We have to free ourselves from heaven, from hell, from everything. We have to completely free ourselves from all of that. How do we do that? We use this body for one purpose, and that is to attain mukti. But you'll find that in the purpose of using this body for mukti, for sadhana, you'll find that you can use it for pleasures as well. Well, a little bit of everything is good, but too much of it is not good. There was once a king by the name of Bali in the Ramcharitamanas. His brother was Sugriv. He took away his brother's wife, he took away his brother's everything because of a dispute. Ram Bhagwan now becomes friend of Sugriv, and whoever side the Lord stands on, that person will be victorious always. If the Lord sits by you like the Lord sat by Arjun were outnumbered with his armies, weapons, everything, he was outnumbered. But when you have God beside you, you do not need anyone else. Krishna Bhagwan was there for Arjun, Krishna Bhagwan was there for Draupadi, Ram Bhagwan is there now for Bali, for Sugriv rather. So they arranged this battle. Ram Bhagwan shot Bali. He hid behind the bush and he shot Bali, the demon. Bali fell. He was a wicked guy. And when Bali fell, Bali asked the Lord, Prabhu Ram, why did you hide behind the bush and shoot me? No? He sat up before the Lord, the arrow is in his chest, and he said, why did you do that? Dharma hetu avatar he gusai, mare hu mohi vyad ki nai, मैं बैरी सुग्रीव पियारा अवगुण कवन नाथ मोहि मारा. He says, Lord, you have become incarnate for upholding righteousness. My Lord, you have shot me like some huntsman, like a hunter. Am I your adversary? Am I your enemy? And Sugriv your friend? For what fault, my Lord, did you take my life? For what fault did you shoot me with the arrow and take my life? Bhagwan Sri Ram says, Anuj Anuj Badu Bhagini Sutnari Sun Sat Kanya Samechari इन्हीं कुतुष्टि विलोके जोए ताहि बधे कछु पाप न होए. Ram Bhagwan says that, Bali, listen, a younger brother's wife, a sister, a daughter-in-law, and one owns daughter, they are all alike. Let me remind you again. A younger brother's wife, a sister, a daughter-in-law, and one's own daughter, they are all alike. Whoever looks upon these with a lustful eyes deserve what you are getting. That is in the time of Ram Bhagwan. Because remember, Bali took the wife of his brother, and coveted everything. So bungless, Bali, is your petty pride that you paid no heed to your wife's warning, and you took, if you had taken refuge under my, arm, you would never have ended up in this. When Ram Bhagwan told Bali this, the reason why he's like that, why he's dying, why he shot him, Bali said, Sunahu Ram Swami Sana Chalana Chaturu Mori Prabhu Ajahu Mai Papi Antakal Gati Tori. Bali clasped his hands, because sometimes, although there is Google, although there is Facebook, although there is YouTube, although there is Instagram, although there is Twitter, although there is all these kind of things that we are looking to learn from today, it is never enough. Although there is you, it is never enough to elevate the self. It is never enough. They say that little knowledge is very dangerous. Little knowledge is very dangerous. You must dive deep and find someone to guide you spiritually in your life. This is one tradition, the Guru and Chela Parampara, that has never been vanished and never will. Because no matter how knowledgeable we are, no matter what access we have in our hands, we will never be able to elevate ourselves. We will never be able to, my friends, because the Guru's perspective, the Lord's perspective, is very different and very eye-opening. When Bali, who's so powerful, he heard the words of Bhagwan Ram, he says, My Lord, you have opened my eyes. My craftiness cannot avail against you, Prabhu. No matter how crafty I am, your words are so enlightening. And though it is my last breath that I'm taking in my life, Prabhu, I will find shelter at your feet. And he held on to the feet of Bhagwan Ram, Bali the demon. Imagine, his life was so messy. But at the last moment of his life, now he's breathing his last, he repented. Repenting is like relieving so much burden from your life. There is nothing wrong in accepting what you have done. It's wrong. There is nothing wrong in accepting that you have made mistakes in life. Who hasn't made mistakes? What is right about this all is that you are willing to put everything behind you, turn a new leaf. You remember the Bilwa Patra? Turn a new leaf, have a new beginning. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. He says, Prabhu, I have found shelter at your feet at my last hour. At my last hour, Prabhu. When Ram Bhagwan heard this prayer from Bali, Sunat Ram ati komal bani, Bali si sab parisev nij pani. When Ram Bhagwan heard this most pathetic plea of Bali, he touched Bali's head with his own hands. The Lord's hands touched Bali's head. And he says, Bali, achala karo tanu rakhau prana. I make your body immortal. When Bali heard that, Bali says, no, Prabhu, please do not make my body immortal. This beautiful chaupai from the Ramcharitmanas, I'll sing it. And Bali prays to the Lord from now. Janma janma muni jatan karahi. Janma janma muni jatan karahi. अंत राम कही आवत नाही. अंत राम कही आवत नाही. जन्म जन्म मुनि जतनु कराही. जन्म जन्म मुनि जतनु कराही. अंत राम कही आवत नाही. अंत राम कही आवत नाही. जासु नाम बल शंकर काशी. जासु नाम बल शंकर काशी. देत सबहि समगति अविनाशी. देत सबहि समगति अविनाशी. श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा. 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 When Ram Bhagwan made an offer, you remember? Can I ask you questions, please? Can I ask you questions, everybody? Yesterday, Ram Bhagwan made someone an offer. Someone was dying yesterday, and Ram Bhagwan made him an offer. Who was it that was dying? And what offer did the Lord make to them? Do you know, anybody? I'll give you a second to think. Because we are making offers to God every day, you know. We are making offers to God every day, but God is now making an offer to a man. What was the offer that the Lord made? The Lord yesterday made an offer to Jatayu, the vulture. Jatayu, keep your body. Jatayu said, "Na Prabhu, let me go." Today the demon, what is the demon doing? The demon has been made an offer that his body will become immortal. Right? Imagine God stand in front of you and God bless you, you're sick or you're dying or whatever, and the Lord says, "May you be immortal." Bali says, "Prabhu, no, that's not going to happen. Janma janma muni jatan karai." Hey Prabhu, sages take birth after birth. Sages take birth after birth. Antaram kahi avatanahi. They take birth after birth just because when they're dying, they want to have the ability to remember your name. Why? Because if we remember your name when we die, as we're dying, we will attain you. Sages take birth after birth just to have the ability to remember you, Prabhu. But you today are in front of me. You, Prabhu, are in front of me. I don't have to remember you. I don't have to think about you. You are here. Jatayu got a death yesterday, or he got an opportunity. Jatayu was a devotee of the Lord. He did so many good things in his life. He was rescuing Mata Sita, and an offer was given to him. Today, a demon, an offer is given to him as well. You see, the Lord does not discriminate. The Lord does not discriminate. I'm not saying that you can go live a careless life and just, but remember, the type of life you live, that will determine whether you will, at the time of death, remember the Lord or not. I'm repeating a lot of yesterday because it's important, right? You may want to say, Panji, I'm going to party, I'm going to do all these kind of things, and when I'm dying, I'm going to call God's name. Good luck for you. Because when you're going to die, that final moment, you're going to go through the list. Oh, my friends, my property, my estate, my this, my that, my dog, my cat, my tally, I didn't give it away to everybody. I didn't make this connection. I didn't change the bank. All these things you're going to go through your mind. Where would you have time to think about Bhagwan? Where would you have time? This is the only time you have that opportunity. Bali says, Prabhu, no. Jasu naam bal sankar kasi. Jasu naam bal sankar kasi, Prabhu. But by the power of whose name Shankara at Kashi bestows the gift of salvation all alike. By that name, if you chant Ram's name and Kashi, Shankar Bhagwan give you salvation, that person is standing in front of me, I will never give it up. And so Bhagwan Ram, he blesses Bali, of course, with mukti, with freedom in his life. This ability to remember God's name, that is what we started discussing yesterday. How is it possible that you can remember God at the time of dying? You have to live a life that is close to Bhagwan. Just live a good life. Live a simple life, right? A good life. You know, in India, many of the blue chip companies, CEOs of Canada and America and all parts of the world, they go to the yogis of India in the Himalayas. The yogis live in a little hut. They live in some village or something, detached from everything. And they go and they meet with these yogis in order to learn how to be peaceful. I've seen this. They assemble sometimes and they have a little conference to learn from the men of cloth how to be peaceful. And you know why they do that? Because to those yogis, they have one life that they live. They have one life that they live. They do not have any distractions in their life. They're able to communicate with peace, right? About focus in life and discipline in life. All of us will not be afforded that opportunity to go in a hut and live one life. But we can live one life wherever you're living. Have your goal so beautifully determined. Have your path defined so that when something comes in your life, you've already decided this is my life and I will not live it another way that is impure or bad. The importance of shradh. When Ram Bhagwan was sent away to the forest, what happened? This is Garud Puran now. Grihitva pituragyam me ramo varnamupagatam tata pushkaratyartham ramo syati sitaya saham tirtham chapi samagatya shradham prarabdha vastu saha phalam pavaktu janakya siddham rame nividatamam. When Bhagwan Ram and Sita and Lakshman were exiled, they went to the forest. They went to a place called Pushkar. Pushkar is the place where the only Brahma temple is in the world. It's a very beautiful, it's a place of solitude. I've gone there. And they have the Brahma temple there, the only Brahma temple in Pushkar. It's a place where you do shradh as well for your departed ones. Very, very auspicious for shradh. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, God is here, there, and everywhere, and wherever you pray. That's true. God is here, there, and everywhere. But there are certain spaces. You know, if happiness is here, there, and everywhere, then you don't need to spend so much money to go away on a 7-day vacation in some sunshine place. You can enjoy that at the backyard, right? You can find the same happiness and sunshine in your backyard. If happiness is here, there, and everywhere. If enjoyment is here, there, and everywhere, you don't need to go those places. So we got to be careful with this. Places are important. Where you do things are important. This Sunday, we're giving people the opportunity to do shradh in the grounds of a temple. When I made this announcement, I thought people would be lining up at the door to do this thing because it's so blessed and important. I'll tell you about it. Ram Bhagwan and Sita Mata, they were traveling. They went to a place called Pushkar. And when they went there, Bhagwan Ram said, we are in Pushkar, so it is best for me to do some shradh for my father. As they were doing the shradh, Bhagwan Ram and Sita Mata doing the shradh for the father, they had, because shradh is, I don't want to say is incomplete, but it is not fulfilled if there aren't brahmanas there. So Bhagwan Ram invited the brahmanas, the sages, and they all came. And while Sita Mata was preparing the bhojan to feed all of them, because that is the blessing, she was feeding all of them, the brahmanas, in the name of Dashrath on the occasion of a shradh in Pushkar, Sita Mata ran away. Sita Mata ran away. There's a beautiful katha in the Garud Puran. She ran away. So when Ram Bhagwan saw that, he didn't mind. He fulfilled his duties, and after all the sages and the brahmanas and so went away, what happened? Bhagwan Ram went to Mata Sita and said, Sita, why did you run away from the shradh? We were feeding the sages, but you ran away. Mata Sita, Shrunotvam nat yadrishta mashwaryamihi yachamam Pita tava maya drishto brahmanagre turaghavam. Mata Sita says, Bhagwan Ram, O Lord, I saw a wonder as we were doing the shradh and feeding the sages. I saw a wonder. Here, I saw your father in front of the brahmanas dressed in royal costume. Can you believe this? Dashrath had already died. They are doing his shradh in Pushkar. Mata Sita, this is the Garud Puran, Mata Sita said, when I will perform the shradh, it was so pure that I saw your father dressed in a royal costume. I saw two elderly folks dressed in the similar garb as well with him. You know who that were? That were the 3 generations of Dashrath. Dashrath and his father and his Aja as well. This is how important shradh is in your life. Right? I saw these people, your father and the 2 men dressed. And on seeing your father, Prabhu, on seeing your father, I moved away from his presence. I ran away. Bhagwan Ram says, why did you run away? Ma Sita says, Prabhu, because I was dressed, I was attired in the bark of the tree and in the hide of the animals. How could I serve him bhojan when I'm dressed like this? Because remember, Sita Ma was she gave up every wealth. I was dressed in the bark of the tree and the hide of the animal. My body was unclean due to perspiration and dirt. How could I go before him, knowing that he had never seen me before in this miserable state? I felt shy, my Lord, and I moved away from his presence. O Ram, O Ram. Bhagwan Ram was so very pleased to hear this, that he didn't see his father, but Sita saw his father there. When did this happen? Ashvam adhartaya yamiti tadhyatva tada swastha magattamam Sitaya pitaro drikta yata tate niveditam. On the day of Amavasya, this puja was done on the day of Amavasya. Aparam shraddham mahatvam. Amavasya dine prapte grihadware samastitat. This puja, this shradh ceremony that Mother Sita and Bhagwan Ram did for Raja Dashrath, it was done on Amavasya. On Amavasya, which is Sunday coming, what happens on Amavasya? On the day on Amavasya, I'm reading to you from Garud Puran. On the day of Amavasya, The ancestors stand at the threshold of their descendants in order to receive shradh. They stand at the doors of the mines. They stand in front of you to receive shradh. No? If they don't receive shradh, what will happen, my friends? They remain there till sunset. On Amavasya, Sunday is the only day, is the only time when you can do shradh past 12 o'clock. Because regularly you can do shradh only in the morning. If you do shradh in the evening, it goes to the Rakshas. But this is the only time when you can do shradh past sunset. They remain there till sunset. When they do not receive shradh, they fall in great despair, and out of suffering, they heave long sighs and go back, cursing the descendants. I'm reading to you from the book. When they do not receive any shradh, they leave, cursing their descendants. Right? How much is it that we have paid in life for many things? You know, if you go to certain coffee places before you leave with your family, it adds up to so much money. A couple times a week or a month or whatever adds up to so much. Silly things or little things we spend money on. Right? And time on. I would like you to take time this Sunday to do something for your ancestors. Pay your Pitri debts. Pay the debts towards your ancestors. It is important. Trust me. When they bless you, the blessings of God, my friends, are equivalent to their blessings. And when they curse you, Pitradosha, when you have Pitradoshas on you, it is as terrible as negative karmas. This here, therefore, the book says here, that therefore one should carefully perform shradh on Amavasya day, coming up on Sunday. And if people perform shradh on this day, they uplift their ancestors from their lower regions, and they themselves enjoy Brahmalok together. They never suffer from thirst and hunger. Therefore, tasmad shadram prayatnena, the wise should perform shradh imperatively. If no other particle or food is available, even vegetable is offered with devotion and would suffice. I'm reading to you from the manual here. So do something about it. If shradh is done in time, the family will never perish. The family will never perish. Age, sons, fame, heaven, glory, health, strength, splendor, cattle, happiness, wealth, and grain, all these can be procured by worshipping the ancestors. The rites performed in the favor of the ancestors are more beneficial than the rites performed for the deities. And that's from the book. Therefore, my friends, don't let anyone fool you or tell you anything otherwise, that shradh is not good for you or your ancestors. Forget about blessings. Do your duties. Do your duties. Now the question comes is, how do you do it and all this kind of thing. We are offering it in the temple here. There is a little price for it, but I'm challenging you. If you cannot afford to give a donation to the temple to do this, I'll do it for you for free. I'll pay your karmic debts and your pitra debts for free. Because I believe that it's important to do what we're doing. But I know everyone can. So do something on Sunday for your ancestors. Like Ram Bhagwan did, he made the time for it. He invited the Brahmanas for it. Mother Sita did it for her father-in-law. You can do it as well. Now we'll have a bhajan from Arjun, and afterwards we'll do our Hanumanji Chalisa, and we'll do Aarti as well. Bhagwan's blessings to all of you for joining us this evening as we celebrate life and as we remember our ancestors for all their blessings that they've given us. Prem Sabalo Pawan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai. Arjun.
जय महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली केसरी नंदन है जगवंदन केसरी नंदन है जगवंदन मारुति नंदन है दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन है दुख भंजन भजो नाम तेरी बल्ला तली भजो नाम तेरी बल्ला तली जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली राम नाम के तुम ही ज्ञाता राम नाम के तुम ही ज्ञाता तुमको जो जाता हूँ बल पुति पाता तुमको जो जाता हूँ बल पुति पाता हे मन के हनुमत कब दो बलि हे मन के हनुमत कब दो बलि जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय महाबली महाबली जय 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 बजरंग बली जय 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 बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली
बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. We'll chant the final Hanumanji Chalisa, then Arti, as we dedicate this beautiful Chalisa to Mataji Raghuvan and her family. May Hanumanji Bhagwan always bless you in abundance, and may, of course, your task on being undertaken, Hanumanji must guide you and protect you always. श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार बरनो रघुबर बिमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हारहु कलेश विकार हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान ओ कहियो जी हनुमान ओ कहियो जी हनुमान कहियो जी हनुमान
ओ कहियो जी हनुमान
हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी से राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहुँ लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी से राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कान्हे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन,
तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन।
विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे
राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान।
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे,
रामचंद्र के काज सवारे।
हरि लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिया भरत सम भाई। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी से राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, यस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहीशा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते,
कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार
सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे
राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान।
तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर पद जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरि मुख माही,
कर दिलांगी गए अचरज नाहि।
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगमानुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान,
हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान।
राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा,
तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना।
आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। हमारे राम
जी से
राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान,
हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान।
ओ नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा,
तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा।
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासो मित जीवन फल पावे। हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी से राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है, पर सीधी जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन
राम दुलारे।
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता सबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी से राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि
भक्त कहाई
और देवता चित न धरही हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करही संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा हमारे
राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान।
ओ बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाही जो शत पार पात कर कोई छूटहि पंथि महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी से राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप सिया भज रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। Those who wish to perform shradh at the temple on Sunday, please visit us online at bhavanishankarmandir.com/pitris and then you can register. In so doing, we will cater for you when you come. We prepare everything, just a few things you have to bring. I'm looking forward to doing this and you participating as well. Please remember Saturday coming is our food drive, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Please bring your food stuff like your can and your flour and whatever at the temple. We will take it to the food bank. Also starting from Friday and Saturday evening, we're having the Garud Puran Katha. Please come on out and join us. Become a sponsor for the Katha and let us talk about this important thing called death. Then next week Monday of course, Navratri start. This Navratri goes for 8 nights plus Vijay Dashmi, so 9 nights in total, including Vijay Dashmi. So we're looking forward to having all of you here every single night. Come on out. We'll have food. It's a great festival, singing, music, katha, everything will be here. Come on out and let's celebrate as of next Monday, the 26th of September. And then following that, we have our gala, our dinner, big, on November 13th. Tickets will be out next week regarding this event. Thank you all very much. Arti. यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तर कृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे।
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला
माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की, जगदम्बिका माता की, भवानी शंकर भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की। सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। जय सिया राम। शुभ रात्रि। गुड नाइट।